Moving on to the main build, which is populating Unit 1, what I've done here is on some foam, I've basically put all the components in sequence as reference to the instructions. So it saves you messing about, looking through bags, oh, where's this? So we're going to start off with the diodes at the top here. Now the thing about the diodes, as you can see here, they're directional. There's an arrow with a line on the top. So you see that one there, for example. This component has a line on there, so it has to go in that direction. I mean, this is explained in the instructions anyway. And similarly, the Zener diodes here also have a line, and distinguish between a Zener diode, that's a Zener diode. There, see that one there? So that line there references that way, so it goes that way around. Cool. So here we go. I've put all the Zener diodes in and all the diodes in, make sure you get the polarity right, all looking good. Now I did come across two Zener diodes here in brackets, so they haven't been supplied, so I'm just guessing that's for something else, I don't know, they've not mentioned them. And there it is, ZD102, ZD202. It's not on the parts list, but it is kind of dashed lines, so I don't think it's for real. Just about to add the photocouplers, which are these little things. Now, I don't know if you can see it, I'll take one out. But there's a dot. You see the dot? Just there? So that's important. See the dot there? So that's important with regard to how it's orientated. So PC101, I'm just going to do one for you. I found PC202, so that's there. You can see there's a dot there. Yep, so the dot will correlate to that dot. So it's basically like that. Yeah, if you get it wrong, it won't work, will it? So get it right. So I'm going to pop those in, and then after that, I'm going to do these guys and then all the resistors, and then we'll come back at you. Just while I've put most of the resistors in, I'm going to show you how I solder. So first off, wet sponge, keep your tip clean. You see mine, this is a Weller iron. It's a chisel tip, so it's about 2.5 wide. Yeah, really good for kind of valve stuff, bigger stuff. So what I do is I make sure I've got the tab in contact with the tip of the iron and the lead out. So hold there, 1, 2, solder away. 1, 2, solder away. Different angle. 1, 2, solder away. And again. 1, 2, solder away. So if you have a look at the joins I've done, handful, they're all shiny and glossy. So we've populated the board with all the resistors, all nice and neat. Make sure you've got all the solder joins done. Always a good idea to tick off all the parts as you fit them. You do not want to get the wrong resistor in the wrong place. Moving on now, we're going to be fitting the LEDs. So there's two here. It talks of using a tool, a bending tool, which is here. Now you'll see this LED, you've got one lead that's longer than the other. Now that's K, so just bear that in mind. And K lead is highlighted on the tool by the thicker line there. So popping that in, the tool like that, so, and then just bending the leads like that. There's 2 LEDs, so let's do the other ones as well. In there. And hold it still and bend the leads. So, that's great. Now, to fit them, you basically fit them there. It shows you how to fit them. There's a gap there where the LED sits. So effectively, just space the leads out a bit. Tells you which one's K. That's cool. Bit fiddly, this one. With the help of this. Oh, good. Push it in all the way. Done. Brilliant. So you see that's how it's done there. Do the same to the other side. So working our way through the board, it's all looking wonderful. The things to note, everything like the B9A valve bases, which are Belton, so brilliant choice of part. They fit in only one way. The octals, now you'll see there's a key there, so that has to line up with the key on the ident, which is on the PCB. So there and there. The FETs here, the pins have to be bent quite close to the body and screwed down onto this heat sink. Sorry. The capacitors here, they go any way around, doesn't really matter. You can improve on these, which is what this hole's for here. So these pins, you would wire directly to the cap and then you'd remove these. The connectors go in only one way, so that's all good, and then these as well. So all that remains is kind of the capacitors, which are these guys. These are electrolytics. Now, electrolytics are polar, so they only go in one way. Can you see that that line there means it's negative? So that would line up to the negative there. Another thing to note, the longer lead is the positive. So the positive would go there like that. Boom. So make sure you get these the right way around because they'll blow up. All right, so I'm going to populate the boards now with the caps. So the board is pretty much populated, just going through the work I've done here. We fitted the SCR thyristors and the transistors. So they are directional. So you'll see from the drawing there on the PCB, they're marked like this. So pretty easy to follow the physical shape of them to put them on the board. So here is some here and there. When I solder those, because if you look at the back, there's 3 in a row, just make sure you don't short them by soldering them together. And if I'm soldering a few things together, I'll do one lead, go off and do something else, let it cool down a bit and then come back and do another lead. Just so you don't destroy the transistor or thyristor. Caps, pretty straightforward. Make sure you got them the right way around. We've discussed that already. we brought together unit 2 here, which is a separate little board, onto the main board. It's held in by screws. There's some hooks going through the board. So this is just a loop of wire that goes through to the other side, which is great. And then we've got the PTC, not orientation specific, so there they are, all these. So either way around, though they are easier to fit because they're slightly offset one way rather than the other, but either way around doesn't really matter. You've got the bridge rectifier, which is here. So that has to be the correct way around. The positive terminal is there, but it says on the body of the part, positive. Boom. Switches, straightforward, there and there, and then the bigger one in the middle. So that's all good. So we're on page 11 now of the instructions. We're joining units 4 and 5, which are joined together with the main man, unit 1. So the first thing you're kind of lining up is there's a groove there. See the groove there? Groove there. So that groove there goes in with that. So have it at a bit of an angle there. And then this will slot down into some holes. Like that. Cool. Might have to jig it a bit. It's brilliant. Seems to fit. So I'm going to do the mechanical piece first with the M3 by 6 screws. Coming through here. This bit here. And another one here. So then we're gonna, there's some standoffs here, coming in there. So that's those 3 done. And we've just got the 2 here for the power, sorry, the volume control, which comes through here. Like so. Oops. And there. Cool, so that's all joined together now. Next page. Ooh, then we have the unit 6. It's got to be that way around. Like so. So screw those down. There's 3 screws on this one. Solid, and you've got a washer and a nut for the volume control. Washer, nut. There. Adjustable spanner. Like that. Brilliant. And then we've got two things here, which join up the connections here. Is that the right way? Correct installation. So you're basically coming down. At the top, you should see this bit. Okay. got to make sure the pins are kind of straight. It's okay. Just watch your thumbs. Oh. Cool, that's done. Now it says installing extension rod, which is this thing here. So this bit just comes off. You'll be using this bit later, so don't throw it away. Cool. So it looks a bit like push button. I saw that push button. Here we go. Let's see how it stains on. I suppose once it's fitted, it's fitted. Right. Next one talks about how with the LED, can you see, you have to angle the lights down for the LED. So I'm just going to push them down a bit, because this will add the glow to the front panel, I assume. So it's just showing you lots of nice big pictures of things completed. And now we're going to do the mechanics of everything. Right. So we're on page 16. I've fitted the IEC inlet and switchboard here. Now what I didn't realise earlier, this plastic extension bar, you push it in onto the knob here, so it fits fast. So that's page 16 done. And now unit 4 is coming in. So bringing it in. So you've got the speaker sockets going the back, like so. And then, does that go on the outside or the inside? Yep, can only be that way. Excellent. So you can see that at the front panel, these bits, this border's on the outside. So there'll be fixing screws to be had, self-tappers, 2 of those here at the rear. Whoops, there's a bigger screwdriver. Always good to have the right size screwdriver. So bringing that in, and then the other one. And then what's next? Cool. And then you've got M3s, the smaller ones, going down the centre. These are quite good because they're magnetised, doesn't fall off, very useful to have. So you're going down the middle of the octal, line up a bit, that's it. Cool. Prep the next. Magnetised. I'm going down the middle of the octal here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And And there's another one in the middle. There. Good. And then you've got two at the rear. See the holes there and there. And what we're using there, M3x12, which is the longer ones. These are M3x12, and they're going in there. And then the other one, 3x12. That's great. So that's the board in. Now we've just got to fix. There's 3 screws at the front. Come in. 1. 2. 3. So, and then we've got the piece here that all the transformers sit on is, so either way around, so that goes there. 2 bigger screws go on the side here. I had to find a particularly fine screwdriver to get to do these properly. But they're very flush. Oops. Cool. Now the transformers have all got to be fitted as per the diagram. Pretty straightforward. There is an orientation, so you've got to pay attention to the colour of the wires coming out of the transformers here. So we're going to do that. So we've fitted the transformers. This is the R-core mains transformer. Now when you fit these, you have to make sure there's an orientation to these. So you've got the brown, the orange and the black and the yellow and white coming out this end. And then same, these have to be orientated the correct way. And this is the yellow, red and orange coming out this end. Cool, so that is page 17 done. Page 18 is all about connecting up the different connectors from the transformers. So you can't really go wrong with this because they're all different numbered. So the 3 at the front goes to the main transformer, but it tells you how to do it. So that goes through there, the flow of it, and then clips in there. It's cool. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go through here and then hooks into the on-off there. That's where the switch is. Cool, that's it. And this goes to The one here, remember, goes through this, the slot there to there. And then the ones at the rear of the output transformers are a 4. And they go, right, I have to go through here, round there. You can't really see what I'm doing, can you? So this is the secondary of the output transformers. Through there, and then just by the speaker post at the back, that's where you connect them up, which is there. Which leaves the secondaries of the mains transformer, a 5 and a 7. So let's do the 5 first. Through there. Boom. And then through there for the 7. Good. That's all connected up. Brilliant. And now it speaks of the top plate, which is this. So fitted these brackets here already, as shown on page 18. Slides on there. Snugly, and then you use 3x6 screws to fit that. Which ones does he actually use? Oh, these are the hex wrench ones, so the nice looking ones. Butterfingers. This is a 2.5mm, is it? Yeah, 2.5mm hex wrench. And then after this, we're going to fit the front panel. Oh no, it wants us to put the cover on. This goes over the top, either way around, the same, symmetrical. Cool. That's that. Tighten them up. Right, So we're going to put the front panel on now. It's here, using the hex again. So when you're doing this, make sure that it's fitted there. It's got a tendency to pop out. Don't really want that happening. The front panel will keep it in place, so that's good. So that's all coming together now. That's it, and then the knob. It's D-shaped, so there's no grub screw. Push it on. There you go. So all that remains is stickers. There's lots of stickers to put them on. So, and then the actual cover, which slots together. So we've finished. I've put the lid on and I've put the stickers down. I mean, the stickers are quite important. You can switch from ultralinear mode to triode, but you have to do it for each channel. Not a good idea to have one at one and one at the other, because you'll have different volume levels. And then your power mode. So depending on which kind of valve you're using, which is, we're on the mid, which is that one. We've got EL34s fitted and 12 AU7s. So these are all JJs. You may be wondering what these are for. These are the clamps for a rather plastic looking cover. I mean, I wouldn't really use this. So you can take these off if you want to externally. You don't have to be inside the chassis to do so. So they fit over the top like that. Just to protect, you've got kiddies or cats grabbing hot tubes. So let's see if she works. Now, in the manual, they just say, right, just turn her on, see what happens. There is a notice here on this sticker. It says green normal, red error. So when you turn it on and there's a bit of a red hue, it means something's going wrong. There are test points inside, but I haven't touched those. We'll do another video to show you how to deal with that. We'll be doing another video to show you an upgrade when the Lundell transformers are available, and also an upgrade of the parts inside. So let's turn her on. So you want to see a green light pretty much straight away. Is that it? Is there a green light? Sweet. We've got music coming in through this, just off our USB. This is a HiFi. That's kind of French sounding. And then turn her up. Jose Gonzalez. So you want to check that equal sound coming out of each. Is that right? So all good. The great thing about this amp is you can use so many different valves. Go from a low output 6L6 to huge output KT170. So you can get up to about 17 watts, I think it is. But lovely build, very straightforward. Take your time. and enjoy.
Just before I sign off, I want to say a big thank you for watching our videos. Like and subscribe, and follow us on all the social network platforms. See you later.